Hello, Michelle. How are you feeling today? How's it going?
Good. Yeah, I'm good over here. But Lindsay, I have a question.
Yes.
When was the last time that you felt like you needed to lighten up?
Often, actually, I get very intense about things. I get very passionate, either in one direction or the other. I get very intense and sometimes anxious. So often I need to lighten up.
Yeah.
How about you, Michelle?
I would say the same for me. Maybe less recently, surprisingly, than I used to be. I've been trying to go with the flow a little bit more, just embrace the chaos. But
Yeah.
definitely for sure, I have to lighten up sometimes. But today we're going to talk about expressions that you can use like lighten up, and this deals with intensity. Lindsay, I think you were using that word
Yes.
intense. Why did you use that word?
Yes. Intensity, because that's what it is. So if someone is light in their heart or in their mind, they're kind of the opposite of intense, right?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
usually this term is more negative intense situations, right?
Mhm.
Wouldn't you say, rather than positive intense situations?
Yes, I would say it just
Yes.
someone's being a little bit too intense or just too
Yes.
too strict, too rigid in their
Mm,
ways, maybe.
that could be true too. Yeah, so too strict, too
Mhm.
rigid, too or if they're just upset, like visibly upset or anxious, right?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
Mhm.
So I wanna be clear, if you use these when someone's angry, these are
Yes.
surefire ways to make things worse, okay? Because d if somebody is very upset and very angry and you say, "Lighten up," it's not it's used. People use it all the time, but you should just know
Right.
that it carries a lot with it that might not get the reaction that you want. What do you
Oh,
think?
totally. People could be offended by that. They could say, "Oh, you're not seeing me, you're not
Yeah.
understanding why I'm upset," that sort of thing. Yes. So,
Mhm.
this is a today, this is a very common natural native phrase, Michelle, but there are definitely times to use it and not use it. So,
Exactly, exactly.
yeah.
So we're gonna talk about ways that you can use it, so that you know how to sprinkle it into your conversations. But before we get into that, we wanna head you over to episode 2223. That was Are You Thinking This Is Tricky English Grammar? So go ahead and listen to that one. But Lindsay, we got an amazing review that we're excited to share.
And we love our reviews, Michelle. We just nothing makes us happier than reading a great review from a
Mhm.
listener. So I want to do a special shout out to Kazu from Japan. And they said, "This is what I wanted. I'm listening to All Ears English every day. I had been trying to find good English learning material and I finally found it." Oh my gosh,
That's
Michelle.
very nice.
It's so nice. Guys, if you haven't left your review for All Ears English, go over and review the show, whether it's in the iOS Android app or whether it's in
Yes.
Spotify or Apple or Castbox or wherever you listen. Tell us what you think about the show, and we'll try to read your name out loud right here on the show.
Yes. Thank you so much for that review. Can't wait to see more.
Yes. All right, Michelle, let's get back to our phrase for today, lighten up.
Lighten up.
Where should we start today?
Okay. Well, in my opinion, the key is adding try to before saying
Ah,
lighten up because
nice.
this takes it back a little bit, makes it a little less direct and like an order. But
Hmm.
it also shows that you understand where the person is coming from. So, Lindsay, if
Yeah.
you're upset and someone says to lighten up, what does that mean? What does that mean to you?
So it means they're asking you to kind of not feel your actual emotions, right?
Mm,
It's
that's true.
dismissive. Yeah,
Mhm.
because don't feel that way. Don't do this. No one should tell us how to feel, right?
That's true, and they say that a lot with kids, that just makes me think of how they
Mm,
tell you to talk to kids. A lot of times parents, we just wanna say, "Oh, you're okay, don't be upset," or,
right.
"Oh, no, get," just like,
Get over it.
yeah, yeah, I don't get it over it, but what I in all on all my parenting Instagram
Literature.
research
Yeah.
where I'm always seeing it, kids wanna be acknowledged too. Kids want their feelings to be heard and not just dismissed like a little kid, so I try to remember that,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
No. And humans are, it's a human thing. It's not just a kid thing.
Right.
We all want to have the right to feel our own emotions and
Yes.
to be heard by other people. So when you're saying, "I'll lighten up," or just lighten up, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're totally dismissing you,
Right.
right?
Yeah, that's true. It's
Yes.
true. So it basically means it could be maybe be less excitable, less intense. So maybe the person is angry about something, and like Lindsay said, maybe you don't think they should be angry about it.
Right.
So, but let's talk about how you can use it because we're talking about a lot of negativity here. So
Sure.
one way you could use it is with a close friend. So maybe they're venting about something, and you say it in a gentle way. So you could say like, try to lighten up a little. Let's do a little role play.
Okay, here we go. I just don't think they should be leaving that late. They will miss their flight.
Lindsay, try to lighten up a little. They should be fine leaving at that time. And if they aren't, hey, that's their problem.
Yeah. It's still a little like, I don't know.
Dismissive.
This phrase, my dad used to say this a lot, and it actually didn't bother me as much as a
Uh-huh.
kid. I don't know, for
Uh-huh.
whatever reason, coming from him, just like, come on, lighten up. It's okay. In a very jovial way. But it still feels coming from a friend or
Yeah.
obviously a coworker, not good. It's a little different. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it also makes me think of maybe at a party in high school or college, and somebody is doing something they shouldn't be doing,
Oh,
and
yeah.
right, and one person is not is uncomfortable, and the person
Right.
doing that
Right.
thing was like, lighten up, right?
Right.
Like
Sure.
you're too stiff.
Yeah, yeah, it's a stereotypical scene in every teenage high school movie. There's a party and the parents go away and
Yeah.
yes, 100%, 100%.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So let's talk about, it's also with the word relax. So
Yes.
this is another one that reminds me of lighten up. And relax is a similar idea. A teen may say this to a parent, "Oh, relax, mom," right?
Yeah.
But we could say it like this. Let's do a little role play with relax. So here we go.
Okay.
Why did she do that? I'm so annoyed.
Try to relax, Michelle. I don't think it was on purpose. Now,
Okay.
how did that feel to you in
Well,
the
I think
context
that
of friends?
the adding try to is
Mhm.
a little bit better.
Yeah.
But I do I think these are important to know, but you just have to be really careful with them. Maybe if someone's
Yes.
not in such a heightened state of emotion,
Right.
and maybe you're talking about something, you're just maybe venting a little bit, but more casually, not maybe in the heat of the moment. What does that mean, Lindsay? In the
Yes.
heat of the
Ooh,
moment?
the heat of the moment, intensity. It means intensity, right? When
Yeah.
you get bad news or you find something out or something happens in that moment when you feel the emotion
Yeah.
initially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when
Mhm.
everything is the most intense. So,
Yes.
if you use it then, I think it's a good way to get somebody upset. If you're if you're using it just in more of a natural, relaxed way, just in a conversation, maybe that person is reflecting on something or, not quite
Yeah.
in that moment feeling it.
Right.
I think that
Right.
might be the best, safest way to use it. What do you think, Lindsay?
100%. So you're saying later after maybe you're processing, maybe something happened and you're processing the thing with your friend, and that would be maybe a better time rather than in the moment if they get bad news about something, right?
Mhm, mhm,
That's
mhm.
when you want to avoid that. Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. Or the next thing is sometimes people might say is calm down. So that is the worst one.
Calm down. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is right. People hate this, right? And why do
Calm
they hate it?
down.
Oh,
Well, because, when you are in that heightened state of emotion, when you are not feeling calm and somebody says to you, "Calm down," it's very triggering, I think. I feel like I think my brother probably would say this to me when I would get upset about stuff.
that's funny. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. Okay, so yeah, it can be a little condescending. Same vibe, right?
Yeah.
Condescending, a little tone deaf. Let's do a role play for this one, Michelle.
Okay.
Here we go. This is ridiculous.
I know, Lindsay, I know, but try to calm down and take a few deep breaths.
Okay, you're right. It's not worth getting so upset. So I could still be annoyed that you said that, but be responding in this way, right?
Right. And
Okay,
some
you're right. Mhm.
right, right. Sometimes it's necessary. And I think that it was a little bit better here because I said, "I know, Lindsay, I know." I'm acknowledging
Yeah.
it first, right? So I'm
Right.
not just saying, "Oh, calm down," or "Your feelings don't matter." I'm saying,
That's true.
Yes, this is true. We're here, but let's just not get so excited about it. Maybe it's just not worth us getting all upset." So that's a
Oh,
little
for
different feeling in
sure.
my opinion.
Oh, that's a great skill. Maybe this could be a whole other episode is those initial words to say when someone is kind of outraged or enraged, right? What are those? I know. Oh, isn't it
Yeah.
incredible? Isn't it crazy? All these supportive phrases where you
Ah.
raise your voice a little bit in the same intensity almost
Uh,
and support them in that way. That
yeah,
could be a cool episode,
that is
maybe
a
a
good idea.
matching episode. Yeah,
Yeah, guys,
cool.
remember to hit follow so you get that episode when it comes out.
Okay. All right, Michelle, we're back. So, next phrase that we hear sometimes that we don't necessarily love is take it easy. Take it easy. There's a
Take it
song by the
easy.
Eagles, I think, which I
Oh,
like that song,
yeah.
by the way.
Right. So this is also take it easy. It's the same idea as calm down. But of course, take it easy could just be, oh, sit down, take it easy, relax. So there's
Right.
in the heightened sense, and then there's just in the, oh, come sit down, take it easy, kick back. So it can
Yeah.
be used, and same thing for relax, actually. Oh, relax, like sit on the
Yeah, sit
couch.
down, relax,
Yeah.
make yourself at home. Right,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Check out that song by the Eagles. You can learn through the lyrics. I think I used to use that song in my ESL classes in New York,
Oh,
actually.
yeah? Oh, neat.
Yeah, because the lyrics are very clear,
Yeah.
and you can print them out and just kind of, sing along and get some
Uh-huh.
good phrases there. So,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So, sometimes, though, when somebody is starting to get upset, you might say, "Now take it easy."
Right, now take it easy.
"Now
Come
take it
on.
easy."
Right.
So let's do a role play there.
Okay. All right, go for it, Michelle.
Alright, "This isn't fair. I told her to get everything done by Tuesday."
It's true, but just try to take it easy. It's all gonna get figured out. All right, so I'm
Okay.
supporting you. So yeah, so I like how the initial response on my part is it's true or you're right. Well, I'm validating what you're saying. But
Right.
then I say, but just try to take it easy. It's all
Yeah.
going to get figured out, right? Yes.
Right. So it's very different when you add one of those kinds of statements before, to say, I'm with you. I understand. I don't think you're ridiculous. I don't think I'm not trying to dismiss you, but I'm just
Right.
trying to remove you from the situation because I care about your mental well-being, basically.
Yeah, yeah, 100%. Like we said, so things like I know you're right. Showing that empathy is really
Mhm.
key.
Yeah.
Yeah, temperament is a really interesting topic, right?
Mhm.
Temperament, like between siblings, like I bet your kids are quite different in terms of temperament. Are they different, Michelle? I know I'm very different from my brother.
Yeah, I am
Uh,
too.
Same upbringing,
Are my kids, it's too soon to tell with the little one, but I think she's, definitely I think she learns a lot from her brother, but, yeah, so but
Yeah.
they're good, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely temperament. My brother is a lot more relaxed than I am, so
Right,
yeah,
right. Me too. Like it's so weird how the same situation could be happening to both people and
yeah,
opposite responses. One
yeah,
person could be totally chill, the other person could be really anxious. And
yeah.
sometimes I just wonder where does that come from? You
Yeah.
know?
It
Yeah.
it is incredible. So,
Yeah.
less yeah, that could be a different topic for a different day,
Different topic
but
for another day. So guys, reflect on your own temperament, your own
yeah,
kind of how you react to the world and just compare it to other people around you. Super interesting. But should we dive into a role play? Shall we do it?
let's dive. Yes. All right. So
We're
here
diving.
I am very upset with my friend. It's not you, but I'm complaining
Okay.
to you because my friend forgot to buy decorations for my party. Okay, so
Oh,
here we
no.
go.
Okay.
Okay,
Disaster.
here we go. It's just she always does this. She's so irresponsible.
Oh, I know, Michelle, but just try to relax.
I'm just so annoyed.
Just try to take it easy. Let's get some water.
This is ridiculous.
Okay, let's just lighten up a bit. It's not that bad. I can help.
Ah.
Michelle, try to calm down.
Okay, fine. Let's take a break.
Oh, you're really upset.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. It must have been a big birthday or something, a
Yeah,
big
I don't
party.
know. Very
Yeah.
yeah, I'm a party girl. Okay.
Milestone. Okay. Good. So we used all the phrases pretty much for today,
Yeah.
So I said, I know it. So again, there's that validating. what you're saying, that
Mhm.
you're upset, and I can tell you're very upset.
Very.
I know, but just try to relax.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Mhm.
And then I said, "I'm so annoyed." And you said, "Just try to take it easy." So again, notice we're using this just
Try.
try to, just try
Yes.
to.
Yes.
And then you said, "Let's get some water." So you're trying to help. You're not just saying and I'm dismissing you. You're more really trying to genuinely help.
Yes, 100%. And then you said again, you kept going at it, right? You said, "This is ridiculous." And your
Yeah.
tone of voice, I could tell that you were very much up here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I said, "Okay, okay, let's just lighten up a bit." Right? So you can see in my tone of voice, I'm really like, "Oh my gosh, we need to calm her down."
You're like, this girl is
Yeah.
losing it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And then you said, Michelle, try to calm down. So now it seems like maybe you're starting to have to get a little bit more direct because you're just realizing I'm spiraling.
Right, exactly, exactly. Try to calm down. So I've used a lot of phrases here to kind of bring you down. Michelle, what do you do when you get upset like that? Is it talking to someone that knows the right things to say, or is it exercising, or is it, I don't know, what do you
Hmm.
do when you like to bring yourself down if you're upset about something?
Honestly, I think time is the best thing. I mean,
Time.
if I
Yeah.
do you ever if you get irritated or just somebody does something you don't like, it takes a little while before you can talk to that person again
Yeah.
without feeling that weight on you. I
Sure.
think it's just sometimes time lets it go
Yeah.
past, but I think venting is helpful
Mhm.
for me or maybe getting outside, going for a walk, but it doesn't happen too frequently. Or
That's good.
yeah,
Yeah, 100%. I love it. And so I want to remind our listeners, as we talk about the takeaway, there was one other scenario that's common to use lighten up. It's when someone is being kind of rigid or stiff, right,
right.
Michelle?
Yep.
Which is a little different from this scenario.
Yeah,
Like
it is.
if the scenario with the high schoolers at the party
Right.
and maybe they're
Right.
drinking and they're underage
Right.
and said, "Oh no, we shouldn't be drinking. Oh, lighten up," right? That would be
Right.
another scenario where you might
Yes.
see this being used. We didn't do any role plays for that one,
Right.
but that is a use for that, right, Michelle?
Yes, yes, thanks
Yes.
for pointing that out, Lindsay. So, yeah, I mean, these are good for trying to de-escalate, and you can
Mhm.
use these, but you have to be smart about it. You have to
Yes.
empathize. You have to put in some of those phrases first to show that you're not just saying, "Oh, stop it," like your
Right.
feelings don't matter. We can do a
Yes.
follow-up more on those phrases and with some additional ones, but these phrases will either escalate or de-escalate a situation based on how you use them, and we tried to show you the best way to use them today.
Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot with your tone of voice by showing that you
Mhm.
really care, but in the end, words really matter. The
Yeah.
words we choose in these key moments matter for connection, guys. So choose the right one. And to finish off, I want to say again a big thank you to Kazu from
Yes.
Japan
Thank
for,
you,
for
Kazu.
listening and for reviewing our show. All right,
Yes.
Michelle.
Thank you so
All right.
much. Send us more reviews, write us more reviews, and
Yes.
yeah, you could get your name read on air.
Excellent. Michelle, talk to you soon. Have a good day.
Bye. You too. Bye.
Bye.